Hey guys, it's Carolyn. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a video, and today I have three for you guys. I am gonna try to make them not like uber short, but like kind of short because I just found one video on my camera that I have yet to upload, and so that's still taking up space. But anyway, here, let me fix these. Okay. This first video is going to be a tag. This is the Fire Drill book tag that I saw on Liz Loves Literature's channel, and she actually created the tag, and it was one of those really fun, like, hey, if your house was burning down and like all your family and your pets and all of your possessions that you need are like safe outside, and you're in your room with your books and you had to grab one armful and take them, what would you get? And I just thought that sounded like a great idea. I did bend one, like, a rule though, and I'll explain. Her rule for it is that it can only be one armful of books, like this, maybe, where, like, your books can go from your body to your hand, and that's it, or something. But you can't grab a backpack and run with the backpack full of books out of the house. You can't have two arms because you need one hand, because, I mean, the house is on fire. You gotta have something to hold on to. And how I mean that I cheated is I will show you. This is how I cheated. So I will be running like this, like, still have the free hand, but, you know, and I'll still be able to see. I just won't, yeah, like, it'll be a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. It's okay. Alright, so let's get started. Okay. The first one, I had twofold reason for grabbing this one. It is Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, and the twofold reason is, or two reasons, is that, one, it is one of the books that I own that I have yet to read that I want to read the most. Excuse me. That I want to read the most. And that I feel like is one of the most important ones for me to read. And secondly, it feels so wrong to leave this in a burning house, because I know this is going to sound stupid or weird or something, but this girl went through so much, and she died, and it was really sad, and to leave her diary in a burning house just seems like you're, like, trying to dance on her grave or something. It seems terrible. So yeah, I would not want to leave this behind at all. And yeah, I do want to read this, so yes, Diary of a Young Girl. And I know you guys are like, wait, you didn't read it in high school, you didn't read it in college, what were your teachers doing? I know. Okay, next I decided to go with the book that made me love reading, and that is The Kildee House by Rutherford Montgomery. And for those of you who are new to my channel, this book is the book that made me love reading. I was 10 years old, and our teacher let us pick out something cool every week with, like, fake Monopoly money that she gave us for being good and, like, getting answers right in class, because it meant we were studying and behaving. And one day she had this in the pile, and my thought, being the thrifty person that I was/am, was that, oh, hey, if I get this book, that's definitely, like, worth the most out of everything in this pile, like, worth the most real money, because the other stuff was, like, a candy bar or a toy, something like that. And so I was like, I'm gonna get this book. And I read it, and I just completely fell in love with it. It is about a old hermit man who lives in the woods, and he has so many animal friends. He loves animals, and he has like a family of hedgehogs that live under his cottage, and I think they're some of my favorite characters because it's not one of those books where animals talk, but it's definitely one of those books where he believes that every animal that he has, or every animal that's around, has their own individual personality, which I think is really cool. And anyway, so this young girl moves into a house. I guess it's like a farm nearby or something. But she's walking through the woods one day and stumbles upon his house, and she's like, oh, okay. And she meets him, and she's very, he's very introverted and shy, and she's very outgoing, and, hey, how are you? Like, how's your life? Kind of deal. And her name's Emmy Lou, and they just form this friendship over the animals, because they both just love the animals, and he kind of sort of becomes like a grandfather figure to her, not as familial as a grandfather, but pretty close. Like, I feel like he sort of grows to care for her in a way where he like wants to watch over her and make sure she's happy, that kind of thing. And it's just really cool, and I love like the animals in it, and yeah. Okay, so this one, definitely. And next we have Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux and Phantom by Susan Kay. I'm showing these together because they belong together. Phantom of the Opera is my, I want to say, fourth favorite classic ever. It's probably like my fourth favorite book ever. It's amazing, and it has a special place in my heart because I went out and bought this book when I was 14. Right after I saw the film, I was like, I need, like, basically everything about Phantom of the Opera I was addicted to. I loved the film. I bought the soundtrack and the book, like, the same day. I wanted to see the musical as soon as possible, which I don't think I ended up getting to until, like, the next year, but everything about Phantom of the Opera I needed to, like, know. And I do now. But anyway, so this book has sentimental nostalgia moments attached to it, which is one of the reasons why I love it. And it's so good, you guys. It's so perfect. If you like the musical or the movie, you need to read the book, because while they are, I don't want to say nothing alike, but while Andrew Lloyd Webber's version is happy and fantastic, and this is not very happy, it is still brilliant, and it lets you get so much deeper into his character than the musical does. And also, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, he is not young and attractive like he is in the film. Gerard Butler, yeah, no, he's older. He's like 50 or 60 or something like that, and he is not attractive, and he's thin and pale, and yeah, but doesn't make it any less amazing. And then we have Phantom by Susan Kay. The reason why I say this goes with that is because it is the best piece of published fan fiction ever. I don't even like calling it fan fiction, because even though it technically is, it doesn't feel like it. This is not canon. It was written after Gaston Leroux died, and it doesn't feel like it. Like, this is the story, this is the prequel story of the Phantom that she wrote, where it is from the time he's born up until his time at the Opera House, and I think this even goes past his time at the Opera House. But this book is so great that it kind of seems like she collaborated with Gaston Leroux, even though she didn't, like, because he had already died. But it's that perfect, and if you are a Phantom of the Opera fan, please pick this up. Please. But, I mean, obviously read the book first, but read this after. Okay. Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson. This book I read when I was 12, and it's the kind of book where you read it and then afterwards you just sit down and think about your life, because that's what I did. And I don't know if everybody does that, but that is what I did. I sat down and thought about this book and thought about my own life for days. And that was it was the first one that actually like made me look at my life in a different light. And I love it. It's fantastic. Read it. Okay. Next, we have my NIV copy of the Bible. Pretty. You can see that. One of my best friends gave this to me. Oh no! Oh, sorry. These pages are all folded and crinkled up. Gave this to me when we were 16. I feel like it was for Christmas, but it could have been my birthday, but I'm pretty sure it was Christmas. And when I went to college, I used it for my InterVarsity. I used it for InterVarsity and my Bible study. And as you can see, it kind of turned into its own little folder of stuff. But yeah, so it's sentimental, because my friend gave it to me, and it's also important to me because it, like, took me through my Bible study in college, and the fact that it's the Bible. And this was a hard decision, because I had to pick between this one or my archaeological Bible, because my archaeological Bible is huge, and I had to pick which one I would leave in the house to burn, and that's really messed up. So, yeah, I had to pick this one, because it has more sentimental value. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go faster. Okay, next is Room with a View, which you guys know is one of my two favorite books of all time, and you'll see the other one in a minute. But yes, it couldn't burn. But actually, truth be told, I could leave this edition to burn and then go get a nicer edition. But sentimental value. This was my first copy that I ever read, and I read this in, like, my sophomore year of college. Okay, next we have Beauty by Robin McKinley. This is the best adaptation of this story that I have ever read. Ever. It is brilliant. And some people, she also wrote Rose Daughter, and some people like that version better because it's, hey, what would have happened if the beast had stayed a beast instead of turning back human? Oh my gosh, spoiler alert, come on y'all, you know the story of Beauty and the Beast. If you don't, that's just sad, and I'm sorry. But yeah, so this is the one where it's still the original one where he turns back into a prince, and Rose Daughter was good. I did like certain aspects of Rose Daughter better than this one, but overall this one is so much better, in my opinion. And I love it. So, yeah. And you guys know this is my favorite story of all time, so I have to take it. Okay, next we have Lessons in Love by Emily Franklin. This is the 7th book in the Love series, in the Principles of Love series, and the biggest decision was between this and the 3rd one, which you'll notice with another series that I'm going to show you. And this one won for me because while the 3rd one has kind of really good memories attached to it, and my copy is much more well-loved than this one to me has some of the best content. Like, it definitely has my favorite guy in it, and also this is when love, like, really starts to get attached to writing, and I love it because they talk about books so much. And yeah. Oh, and they also talk about Room with a View, the film, in here. And yeah, I love it. Okay, sorry, little outburst over. Okay. Next we have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is my favorite book that I have read this year. Or it might be tied with Every Day by David Levithan. But this is a book where I know no matter how many times I read it, I will never get sick of it. I mean, technically I've only read it once right now, but because I read it like a couple months ago, but this is just, it's one of those books where no matter how many times you read it, I feel like you are going to get something new out of it every time you read it. And so that's why I would love to have it with me, because I could just read it over and over and over again, and I wouldn't get sick of it. So yeah. Okay, and second to last, we have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. And I'm picking this copy because, I mean, as y'all know, I have several copies up there. But I'm picking this one because it's the least bulky. I couldn't pick my children's edition. That's definitely the least bulky of the four, but I couldn't pick that one because it's abridged, and that's terrible. You do not abridge the story. It's just wrong. So, yes, I picked my beautiful Splinter edition, my purple with the beautifulness. That's another reason why I kind of picked this copy, is because it's so gorgeous. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. But yeah. Okay. Last, but certainly not least, we have Harry Potter. But which one? Duh. Y'all know. If y'all have seen this case before, then you know which one this contains. Ta-da! Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And, this one, again, is a twofold reason. It is because it's definitely my favorite. Like, the choice was between this one or the seventh one, and this one is definitely my favorite, one in the series. Even though I really like the seventh one because it wraps everything up, and if you want to have, like, a summary of Harry Potter, that is perfect because it, like, tells you, it wraps everything up and all that. But, this one just, I've read it the most. It is hands down my favorite. It has my favorite content. It has my favorite characters introduced, except for Luna. I love Luna a lot, but, Remus and Sirius are both introduced in this one, and I love them so freaking much. I also love Tonks, so the fifth one, if I could grab another book, I would grab the fifth one, because Tonks and Luna are both introduced in that. But anyway, and also this particular copy, my grandparents gave me for Christmas when I was, in 3rd grade, and it has my grandmother inscribed it, and so that's why this particular copy is very important to me. And hey, I get to have this handy-dandy case. As a matter of fact, you guys, I could just carry this like this. So, yeah. Okay, anyway, that little revelation is over. But yeah, okay. So, those are the books that I would take. Oh my gosh, this video is 20 minutes long. But yeah, those are the videos that books that I would take. And you guys should do this tag too, if you want. I don't know who to tag. Oh, okay, I do know who to tag. I want to tag, Jean at, not Words, I'm getting the two mixed up. Jean from Bookish Thoughts, and, Lesley from WordsofaReader. And, yep, that's it for now. Maybe I'll think of somebody else and add it, but yeah, those two for now. But yeah, anybody else, do it. Give Liz credit because she is the one who created it. I will link her channel down below. And yes, thank you guys for watching this insanely long video. Bye!